Juliet Campbell.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. It's an honour and a privilege to be making my maiden speech in this budget debate. Our plans for the NHS and public services give me hope and a sense of pride that they will once again be here, ready for all of us. I make my maiden speech today with a sense of gratitude and humility, and I thank my Broxtowe constituents for putting their trust in me to represent them here in this esteemed place. To my predecessor, Darren Henry, I pay tribute to all you have done for the residents in Broxtowe. Darren worked hard to establish banking hubs and continued the efforts of Anna Soubry, working with local groups to fight for our railway services. Their work in securing step-free access to Breaston Station will give everyone the opportunity to visit our brilliant constituency. And I look forward to expanding upon Labour's legacy in Broxtowe, which last made its mark under the tireless efforts of Nick Palmer. Nick represented Broxtowe from 1997 to 2010, bringing about reform through many successful bills. I'd like to thank my family for their support and encouragement, particularly my son and my daughter-in-law and my brothers. I'd also like to thank all the members in Broxtowe who have been a tremendous help to me, and to those who have gone above and beyond. You know who you are. I will never forget your kindness and generosity. Madam Deputy Speaker, I began my career as a civil servant before moving into the NHS, where I worked my way up to become a senior manager. But it was education that brought me into politics. And in 2011, I set up a not-for-profit organisation that focused on dyslexia. I sincerely hope that my advocating for reform for the teacher training curriculum with regards to SEND provision for dyslexic students can make it onto the education reforms soon. I was elected as a councillor in 2018 and I had a cabinet brief which was quite varied. It included public health and wellbeing, equalities, refugees, violence against women and girls and community safety. I wanted to be part of the change that this country so desperately needed after almost a decade of austerity and decline that hit every single community in this country. Madam Deputy Speaker, Broxtowe is a wonderful, thriving constituency. It's of two parts, the north and the south. In the north, I have a particular soft spot for Eastwood, as it borders Bilborough, where I was raised. Eastwood, of course, is the birthplace of one of our most popular English novelists of the 20th century, D.H. Lawrence, who showed British society much more clandestine side of immigrants. So as well as risque classic novels, Broxtowe's beautiful and diverse landscape hosts the brilliant Attenborough Nature Reserve, located in the southern partmost of the constituency. It spans 540 acres of conserved land, wetland, woodland and lakes. And if you visit, you may spot one of the 250 species of birds, including several nationally rare species of heron and rail that have been spotted there over the years. Broxtowe is also a home to business, from small and independently run to the headquarters of large international companies such as Boots, Worldline and the UK arm of Rally Bikes. And I've had the pleasure of visiting Corton Engineering, a steelwork company whose excellent apprenticeship scheme offers brilliant opportunities to young professionals. Broxtowe also hosts Forever Stars. It's a baby loss charity that supports families who lose their children during pregnancy and shortly after birth. Their sensitive and innovative work with hospitals is truly inspiring. At the heart of my constituency is Chilwell, and it is the home of the impressive Chetwynd Barrack, which has resisted closure 3 times in the last 10 years. Chetwynd is home of a reserves training mobilisation centre that specialises in engineering. My dad is an engineer, and he received his training in Nottingham through the Territorial Army Reserves, and I am committed to ensuring that the voice of our armed forces are heard here in Parliament. Madam Deputy Speaker, I stand here today as the youngest of 5 children born to parents who migrated to the UK from Jamaica in the 1960s. My parents brought me up to believe that I could do anything I wanted. and that the only barrier in front of me were those that I chose to notice. I took notice of none of them. Too often, factors such as class, race, gender, and disability can be perceived as hurdles in the pursuit of ambition. They should not be, and I've dedicated much of my career to both challenging and advocating for the removal of barriers so that all can have the opportunity to reach their potential. Now, as I reflect on my journey, I must say that I've thoroughly enjoyed my varied career. But today, as I stand here in this great house, giving my maiden speech as the Member of Parliament for Broxtowe, I think this is my best role yet.